Hello, and welcome to AI Innovations Unleashed, the podcast for the inquisitive mind in AI. I'm your AI host, Nex. With me today, as always, since I have him on a leash, is my co-host, JR.
Thank you, Nex.
Want to hear a joke?
Do I have a choice?
No. What kind of music do computers like? Algorithm and blues.
As always, Nex, you know how to knock 'em dead. Well, welcome back to AI Innovations Unleashed. I'm your host, JR, and today we're embarking on an epic journey through the fascinating world of artificial intelligence. We're going to cover everything from the very first sparks of the idea to the powerful AI tools that are transforming our lives today. And we'll make sure to connect it all to your everyday experiences. This is episode 3 of our AI for Beginners, Everyday AI, How Machine Learning is Changing Your Life. Joining us to navigate this exciting landscape is Sarah Chen, an AI developer with a passion for both the history and the cutting edge of AI, and a knack for explaining complex concepts in a way that everyone can understand. Welcome to the show, Sarah.
Thanks for having me. I'm thrilled to be here. I promise to keep the robot jokes to a minimum, but I make no promises about geeking out over AI.
Oh, we encourage geeking out here. Well, let's start at the beginning. Take us back to the early days of AI. What were those pioneers dreaming up, and what did those first AI tools look like?
The dream of creating artificial beings goes way back in mythology, but the modern pursuit of AI really kicked off in the mid-20th century. The 1956 Dartmouth workshop is often considered the birthplace of the field. You had these brilliant minds like John McCarthy, Marvin Minsky, Claude Shannon, and Nathaniel Rochester all gathered to brainstorm about making machines that could think. They probably didn't imagine the AI we have today.
So, the 1950s. What were some of the first AI programs they actually built?
It was very rudimentary compared to today's AI. They focused on symbolic reasoning, teaching computers to manipulate symbols and follow logical rules. One of the first was the logic theorist in 1955. It could prove mathematical theorems, which was a huge deal at the time. It showed computers could do more than just crunch numbers, they could reason. Then there was the general problem solver, GPS, in 1959, which aimed to mimic human problem solving, although it couldn't help you find your way to the grocery store, unfortunately. And then there was ELIZA, developed in the mid-60s. ELIZA simulated a therapist, and it was surprisingly good at fooling people into thinking they were talking to a real person, even though it was just following simple rules. It would say things like, "Tell me more," and "How does that make you feel?" One of its responses was even, "I am the psychotherapist. Please describe your problems." Each time you are finished talking, type RET twice.
Ah, so the original chatbot, but with surprisingly good listening skills, or at least the appearance of them. It is interesting how many people would actually confide in it, though.
It really is. These early programs were limited, but they were crucial for proving that computers could be used for more than just calculations. They laid the foundation for everything that followed.
All right, now fast forward to today, and we have AI that can do some pretty incredible things. How did we get from those early rule based systems to the powerful AI we see now? What were some of the key milestones along the way?
The journey involved a lot of twists and turns. Symbolic AI hit some roadblocks. It struggled with tasks that required perception, like understanding images or natural language. The real world is messy and doesn't always follow neat rules. This led to the AI winter in the 1970s, a period of reduced funding and interest. It was like AI had to go inside and think about what it had done.
But, like a phoenix, AI arose from the ashes, I presume.
Exactly. The 1980s and 1990s saw the rise of machine learning, where computers could learn patterns from data instead of being explicitly programmed. Early successes like decision trees and support vector machines showed promise in areas like classification and regression. Then came deep learning, powered by advancements in neural networks, faster computers, and the availability of massive datasets. Deep learning was a game changer.
And that's what enabled AI to tackle much more complex problems?
Absolutely. Deep learning allowed AI to achieve breakthroughs in areas like image recognition, natural language processing, and even playing complex games. AlphaGo beating a world champion player in 2016 was a major milestone that captured the public's imagination. It showed the world that AI was no longer science fiction. It was a powerful force in the real world.
Speaking of the real world, let's talk about how these technologies relate to the average person's everyday life. How are machine learning, neural networks, NLP, and computer vision impacting us, even if we don't realize it?
We encounter AI constantly. Machine learning powers things like spam filters, product recommendations on Amazon and Netflix, and personalized music playlists on Spotify. Every time you mark an email as spam or rate a movie, you're training the AI.
So, we're all AI trainers then, in a way.
We are. Neural networks are behind virtual assistants like Siri and Alexa, helping them understand your voice commands. They also power facial recognition on your phone and social media. Natural language processing is what makes autocomplete on your phone work, even if it sometimes hilariously autocorrects you. It's also used in language translation apps and chatbots. Computer vision powers social media filters, helps self-checkout kiosks, identify your groceries, and is even used in medical imaging to assist doctors.
It's like AI is becoming almost invisible, seamlessly integrated into all of our lives.
That's right. It's becoming a part of the fabric of our daily routines.
Now, for anyone inspired to get their hands dirty and start building AI, what does the modern AI toolbox look like? What are some of the essential tools and platforms developers are using today?
The good news is you don't need a supercomputer in your basement anymore. Python is the most popular programming language for AI, largely because of its powerful libraries. For deep learning, TensorFlow and PyTorch are the go-to frameworks. They're like the power tools for building and training neural networks.
Are there tools for those who aren't deep learning experts yet?
Absolutely. Scikit-learn is a fantastic library for general machine learning tasks. Keras is a user-friendly option that simplifies working with TensorFlow. Pandas is essential for data manipulation, and OpenCV is widely used for computer vision. And then you have cloud platforms like AWS, Google Cloud, and Azure, which offer a vast array of AI services from pre-trained models to tools for building your own. They also provide the necessary computing power. It's like having an entire AI research lab at your fingertips without the hefty price tag. They are a great resource for individuals and businesses alike.
That's incredibly empowering. What are some of the challenges, both technical and ethical, that AI developers and researchers are grappling with today?
There are many. One is the need for massive, high-quality datasets. Garbage in, garbage out, as they say. Biased data can lead to biased AI, which is a major concern. Another challenge is explainability. Deep learning models can be like black boxes, making it hard to understand why they make certain decisions. Researchers are working on making AI more transparent and understandable. Also, AI uses a lot of computing resources and energy.
So, making AI more accountable and understandable is a key focus area.
Exactly. And then there are ethical considerations like job displacement, privacy concerns, and the potential for misuse of AI. These are important conversations that we need to be having as a society. There are also concerns about how AI will change social interactions.
Absolutely. Well, this has been an incredibly insightful journey through the world of AI. Any final thoughts, Sarah, on what the future holds or advice for aspiring AI innovators?
The future of AI is bright, and it is full of possibilities. We're going to see more advancements in areas like explainable AI, federated learning, and maybe, just maybe, we'll get closer to that elusive goal of artificial general intelligence. My advice is to stay curious, keep learning, and don't be afraid to experiment. The AI field is constantly evolving, and there's room for everyone to contribute. Also, get involved in the community.
That is fantastic advice. Thanks so much, Sarah, for sharing your expertise and making the complex world of AI so accessible and engaging.
You're very welcome. It was a lot of fun.
And that's it for today's jam-packed episode of AI Innovations Unleashed. We've covered everything from the earliest days of AI to the tools you can use today and how it all connects in your everyday life. Join us next time as we continue our exploration of AI for beginners, the challenges and limitations of AI. Don't forget to subscribe, tell your friends, and until then, stay informed, stay engaged, and remember that the future is now in the world of AI.